Hello everyone, welcome back to our Python channel. In this lecture, we are going to discuss strings in Python. So, whenever you work with a person's name, address, email, or password, or mobile number, or city name, or any text data, you are working with strings. So, understanding strings is essential for every Python programmer. Let's see the simple definition of strings. A string is a sequence of characters enclosed within single quotes. Or triple quotes. So let me give you some of the examples of strings so that we can understand clearly. So suppose my name equal to suppose my name is Navdeep. This is one of the string, and suppose city equal to Rajamandri, and I want to write message. Welcome to Python programming. So here student, let's understand these examples. In these examples, actual name equal to now. The variable name stores the text now. This is how the strings are going to use. And I want to tell some important examples. A string is a collection of characters, and strings are enclosed in quotes, and strings are mutable. Here you have to remember that strings are immutable, which means they cannot be changed directly after creation. A string may contain letters, digits, spaces, and special characters also. So this is about strings, and now we'll continue with the string indexing. So let's start with the string indexing. Okay. So whenever in the string indexing, whenever we want to access particular character from a string, we use indexing. For example, if my name is Navdeep and I want only first letter means N, or fourth letter means A. We use indexing. Let's understand this step by step. Before that, let me give a simple definition of this. So, string indexing is the process of accessing individual characters of a string using their position. This is the definition of the string indexing. Let's start with a simple example. So suppose name equal to Python. So let's print starting letter. Let's run this. Yes. So you can see here it prints the starting letter P. So indexing in Python, indexing starts from first letter is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So P is at index 0, Y is at index 1, and T is at index 2, and H is at index 3, and O is at index 4, and N is at index 5. This is how can print using this is string indexing, and we'll continue with next example also. So let's see pos2 indexing in Python means accessing different characters. So characters in a string using pos2 indexing. Here I will print every index. Suppose name print, let's print name of 1, 2, and 3. So there is no six problem. So this is about indexing at every position. This is about positive indexing. Now we'll continue with negative indexing. Let's see the example on negative indexing also. Before that, let me comment this. So actually, negative indexing is used to access characters from the end of a string. The last character has an index of -1, and second last has -2, and so on. For example, suppose name equal to, let's try it again, Python. So -1 means this is the last character means last letter of the it contains -1 means. So let's print all the letters. So let's run this. Yes, we have printed every letter. So if I want to print from the last means the last letter contains the index of -1 and second last contains -2 and third last -3 and so on like this. If I want to print from back. So this is about negative indexing. So now we are going to continue with string slicing in Python. String slicing means string slicing means we- because from actually if my name is Nava, if I want only starting word Nava, can print only that by using string slicing. So before that, let me tell you what is string slicing means. It is a process of extracting a part substring of a string using the slicing operator. I will tell you the operator of this. Operator is actually we use this operator. That colon operator is going to be used. So before that, let me give a syntax of this. So my string is this, and it's going to start, and we are going to stop this. So start means index from where slicing begins, means included. Stop index at the last is index where slicing ends and not included. So in between these important rules means the start index is included, but the stop index is excluded. This is how we have to remember. Before that, I will give you one of the example. I then you can understand very easily. Suppose our name equal to Python. Then let's print name of 0:3. Yes, because index at P is 0. So starting is 0 and stop means 3. So Python starts from index 0 and stops before index 3. Let's see the character. Index 0 means P and index 1 means Y. Index 2 is T and index 3 means H, means which is not included. So Python prints only PYT, first three letters. This is how this slicing is going to work. And let's continue with another example. If I want to print here, suppose name and 2:6. So let's run this. Yes, it prints Tom. Means the selected characters are actually index starts from 2 and and answer six means six is I have told you before means which is not included, exclude which is excluded. So index at two means T, at three means H, index at four is the O, and index at five is N. So we have five characters which and six one is not included. And this is how we print this substrings. And let's print. Suppose if I want to print only YTH, then I print name of one is to four. So let's run this. Yes, print YTH. Here, four means which is excluded. Index at one is Y and index at two is T and index at three is H. So we print YTH. So in real life, imagine you have a loaf of bread. Instead of talking the entire loaf, you cut out only a few slices from the middle. Similarly, string slicing allows us to extract only the part of the string that we need. So important points in slicing means the start index is included and stop index is excluded. Slicing returns new string. It does not modify the original string. So the summary of this topic is what string slicing is, and we have learned this string syntax. I have given you here which is most important syntax. So and start index is included, and while the stop index is excluded. How to extract different parts of a string using slicing. So I want to tell some of the default slicings with default values. So let me give some of the examples. So if I want to print here without a value means like name is to 4, then it will print up to T. Let's see. Yes, it printed up to PYTH. Because starting I don't give any number means assumes it will automatically assumes it is 0. So Python treats it as 0 is to 4 means we know that index at 0 is P. So it will start from P and index and stops at index 3. Means because 4 is excluded as I have told you before the syntax. And if I give you next example, let's print suppose name of 2 is to something means if I so here we have omitted the stop index means we have not given the stopping index. It will Python actually internally treat it as the last index means it will treat in this place like 6 before if I print with 6 it prints this. If I remove this 6 also it will print the same. Yes. So if I don't give any stop index means it will treat as the last index, Python. So this is how this index is going to be work. And I will give last example. Suppose I write holy colon. By right only column means the starting, it will read dash starting index is 0 and ending at index is the last index, which is 6. So that means the entire string is selected. So output will be Python. So this technique is commonly used when we want to create a copy of a string. So the important points of this concept means like if the string index is omitted, Python assumes 0. If the stop index is omitted, Python goes to the ending of the string. If both are omitted, Python returns the entire string. Then this is how it's going to work. And I will explain with step size slicing also. Let's continue with that topic. So let's see what is step size indexing also. So here we have learned before the step size tells Python how many positions to move after selecting each character during slicing. Let's see the syntax of this step size. So string of start, and later we're going to write stop, and next we are going to write step. And this is the syntax. Starting index is included and next top one is excluded. Step means number of positions to move. Suppose if my example is, let's print, suppose if I want to print name of, I'm giving the starting index is 0 and final one is 6, and I'm giving the step as positions to move is 2. So let's run this. So I have given here 0, 0 after 2 steps. It will go to the second index. So second index is T, and later it will go to the fourth index. Means it will going to skip one of the index between one. So this is how it's going to work. It will move just 2 steps from that position. So this is about step positions to move. And if I want to give another example in negative way, if I want to give, if I want to print suppose name -1, then see, it prints from the back onwards. So start index is omitted, and before that we have learned, and stop index is also omitted, and step is -1. And into step means Python moves from right to left. So Python starts from the last character. Yes. And if I give here -2 means it will move to the 2 steps from the position. So let's run this. Yes. It will start from the back, but it will move the 2 positions. So thank you for watching this video. This is about strings. In next lecture, we are going to discuss with string functions about max, minimum, and length and type. So thank you for watching this video.